Before the horns, before the flames, before the name became a curse, there was light. His name was Lucifer. And this is the truth they buried. Lucifer, you've heard the name. But what if I told you it never meant devil? The word Lucifer comes from Latin, lux meaning light and fere, to carry. It simply meant light bringer, a poetic name for the planet Venus, seen rising just before dawn. In Roman literature, Lucifer was the morning star, a symbol of beauty, radiance, and hope, not evil. So how did we go from a celestial light to the Prince of Darkness? It all starts with a single verse and a massive mistranslation. Isaiah 14:12. How you have fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. Sounds like Satan, right? But that verse wasn't about the devil. It was mocking the king of Babylon, using metaphor. In Hebrew, the name wasn't Lucifer. It was Helo ben Shachar, meaning shining one, son of dawn. It was poetic shade, not demonic biography. The name Lucifer didn't appear until St. Jerome translated the Bible into Latin in the 4th century and used the Roman word for Venus. He wasn't inventing Satan. He was doing what translators do, finding a word that matched. But over time, that single word was taken out of context and twisted into something far darker. Early Christians weren't calling Satan Lucifer. That came later, when layers of myth and fear got stitched together. Satan in Hebrew was originally a title, Ha-Satan, the adversary, a kind of divine prosecutor, not a horned ruler of hell. But as centuries passed, the serpent in Eden, the fallen angel of Revelation, and Isaiah's metaphor all got merged into one figure. The church found it easier to focus fear around a single enemy, and Lucifer became that enemy. One name, one villain, one hell to fear. But the modern image of Lucifer, the tragic, charismatic rebel, didn't come from the Bible. It came from John Milton's 1667 epic, Paradise Lost. Milton's Lucifer is grand, poetic, defiant. The one who says, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. He wasn't quoting scripture, he was shaping literary legend. That version of Lucifer captured imaginations. He became an anti-hero, flawed but compelling, prideful but relatable. Milton's pen did more than just dramatize. It defined Lucifer for centuries to come. But not everyone saw Lucifer as a villain. In ancient Gnostic traditions, the bringer of knowledge wasn't evil, but divine. In these mystical texts, the creator god, the demiurge, was a jealous jailer, keeping humanity ignorant. The serpent in Eden, a liberator, helping humans awaken. Some later Gnostics saw this figure as a light bringer, not unlike Lucifer. Here, rebellion wasn't sin, it was salvation, a bold reclaiming of the forbidden. Lucifer, in this lens, became a symbol of enlightenment and resistance against false authority. Centuries later, 19th century occultists revived Lucifer, again, not as a deity, but a symbol. Eliphas Levi, Madame Blavatsky, and others saw Lucifer as the inner light, the drive to seek truth beyond dogma. Some even published under the name, like Lucifer magazine. But their use of the name caused panic. One of the most persistent lies? That Freemasons worship Lucifer, a claim based on a forged quote during the Taxil hoax. It wasn't true then, it isn't true now. But once the fear takes hold, it's hard to put out the fire. Today, Lucifer lives on, not just in churches, but in pop culture, comics, literature, and spiritual movements. He's painted as villain, hero, lover, liberator. To some, he's still the devil. To others, he's a metaphor for freedom, knowledge, and defiance. But the real Lucifer, he was never a ruler of hell. He was never named in the Bible as Satan. He was a morning star, a symbol of beauty that fell through misunderstanding. So who is Lucifer? He is not a demon, not a devil, not even a name in the original scriptures. Lucifer is a symbol, reshaped by poets, theologians, mystics, and fearmongers. He represents the danger of questioning and the power of choosing to seek truth anyway. Lightbringer, rebel, warning, inspiration. He wasn't born in hell. He was cast there by interpretation. And maybe it's time to bring him back into the light. Lucifer was never born in hell. He rose with the dawn. He fell with metaphor. He was buried under centuries of fear. And now he rises again, as symbol, as mystery, as legacy. Not a devil, but a question. Thank you for walking the edge with us. Until next time, keep seeking the light in the shadows. This is Ancient Deities Dossier signing off. And as always, seekers of the arcane, stay curious, stay mythical.